Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Pits of Motor Chaos. This is your host, Dave. I got a nice special guest, Pro 275 driver, Quick Nick Schroeder. How's it going, Nick?
Good, and you?
Not bad at all, man. How's the weather out by you?
I'm actually snowplowing right now in Sterling, Virginia, so it's cold.
I'm not looking forward to getting any snow up here in Illinois yet. I'd love it if we get no snow this year, winter. That would be beautiful, but I know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. So how'd your year go with drag racing? Did you get any events in?
I went to Darlington Dragway for that whoosh dock because we were in this lockdown with COVID. And we did good there for our first time on 275s. And then we went testing and blew it up. And we had a lot of parts failures last year, so we didn't get to do a whole lot of racing.
So you're going to work on that car and get it ready for next year?
Right now I'm waiting on a motor to come back. After I fixed it from blowing a head gasket, it was all refreshened and it broke a rod. So I've been waiting on that stuff to come back, and that's my plan. I really want to hit Ducks race in February just to get out of the cold and go down there and have fun.
So what do you got? What do you have on a screw blower?
Yeah, it's a PSI Schroeder screw blower.
And that's a Pontiac Gto. What year is that Pontiac?
It's an 06, and Vanishing Point built it. It's a really nice car.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car. It definitely is a beautiful car.
Yep, it's a work of art.
So tell us a little bit more about that car.
Formerly it was Richard Sexton's, and he used to race Orsko with that thing back in 2007. It was the first Outlaw 10.5 car to the threes. And then he sold it, and Nova Joe Albrecht bought it, and that's where the red paint job came from. And they did really good with that car. They went 378 with it, and we bought it as a roller, and we ran Outlaw 10.5 with it, and we did good with it. My first year driving, I won Shakedown, and that was pretty cool. And then I went to World Cup Finals and ran a quarter mile, and that was pretty cool. But it's a really nice car. I mean, couldn't ask for a better chassis. It's just really super nice, and I'm lucky to drive it.
So what events you looking to hit next year?
I'm really not too sure because I'm not really crazy about this Pro 275 deal. I'm kind of waiting to see what PDRA does as far as their Pro Street series, and put slicks back on it and go have fun. You actually got to drive, not rely on wheelie control, traction control. It's a different ball game.
Now, you prefer quarter mile or 8 mile racing?
I used to prefer quarter mile until I did it once, and I was like, never again. I'll take 8 mile racing.
All right, now let me rewind the clock with you, Nick, and ask you how did you get into drag racing in the first place?
I've grown up around it my whole life. My father's raced since he was 18 years old, probably before that. And he's had badass shit his whole life. And he just, I don't know, I love it. And I've been around it. And it just grew on me, and it's all I ever wanted to do. And, it's been awesome. Very fortunate at 23 to be able to do the things I do.
So what year did you start drag racing?
I started racing junior dragsters, I think I was 10 or 11, and then I got another Pontiac Astra, like a Vega, and I started racing that when I was 16 in a big car, and then once I got out of that...
So you didn't do good with the junior dragsters?
No, we really didn't have much time either back when we were younger, because it was like, all we had was our big stacker trailer, and kind of a hassle to haul all that stuff around just to go junior dragster race.
So now with the GTO, what's the fastest you've been with that thing?
I've been 387 with it, and I pedaled it 3 times because it was wheeling and it was dark. Couldn't really see where I was at, and I've been 6:15 in the quarter, and I lifted early. I really had hopes it would. I know it'll go low 370s, but the class we were running at Cecil County is now turned into Pro 275. So the 275 changes the whole ball game of how fast you can go.
Yeah, you just said you're not too happy with the Pro 275, right?
Yeah, just I don't really like the rules, and a lot of people's combos got jacked up from what the prior rule set we ran, so it's, I don't know.
Yeah. So now, when you started out drag racing, your dad was like your biggest, inspiration?
Of course. Yes. And I grew up watching so many awesome people, like Joe Newsham and Chuck Olsch and like Richard Sexton and all them guys, and it's all I've ever wanted to do. So it's really cool that I've actually got to race with some of them guys.
Now, how about like the NHRA? You got any inspirational drivers in the NHRA?
I mean, I'd have to really think about that. I mean, Stevie Fast is badass, and there's a lot of good ones. I mean, anytime you can get to the NHRA level, you're pretty much top notch.
Yeah. So did you watch a lot of NHRA races when you were young?
That was all we did on Sundays was turn NHRA on and watch racing at night when it would come on.
Yeah. Now, how about a guy like John Forrest? Does he inspire you?
Yeah, I mean, he came from nothing, and look at him now. I mean,
yeah, he built that up from nothing. Yep.
Yep, started from nothing.
Yep. So now, when you started drag racing, your family's always been involved with your drag racing?
Yeah, it's always been like a family deal for all of us. I have a twin brother, and he goes, and then I have an older brother, and he used to go a lot, but it's always been about like family and going and having fun.
All right, that's cool when you have family, going together.
I wouldn't want to do it any other way. It's different. Like, I've went by myself, and it's not the same.
Then, of course, you go to the track, you got a lot of friends that you consider family too, drag racing friends.
Yeah, I mean, met a lot of awesome people in the racing world that closer than some of our family.
Yeah, then, you just keep growing that family bigger and bigger every time you go out racing. You meet more people. Never stops growing.
You're totally right.
Then you got, drivers are willing to help each other all the time. You need a part, someone will help you out, give you a part off if they got extra part or whatever. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about racing, and a lot of the people that we race with is everybody will pitch in to give you pretty much what you need if you don't have it, and that's what's really awesome about racing. And they don't ask for money. They want to see you race just like they want to race.
Yep. So what was it like for you to get behind the wheel for the first time of the GTO?
Honestly, it really wasn't all that crazy. I guess being on radials and everything else I drove before was on slicks. It was just so smooth that it really didn't even seem like you were going that fast.
All right, so
yeah.
How was your first time experience going on a drag race track for the first time ever, in the junior dragster? How was that experience?
I was pretty scared.
So how'd you do? So how'd you do on your first run in the junior dragster?
I was scared. I think I went 10 something. I don't know. I was young.
You said you were 10?
I think so. Yeah.
You were pretty nervous?
Oh yeah.
Did your dad coach you to help you calm you down?
Yes. He's always been like that. Chill out, calm down, relax. Same time when I race now, just do your own thing and just focus on cutting the light.
So when you get out there on the starting line, Nick, do you have any pre-race rituals or superstitions at all when you get out there?
The only thing that I do every time before I race is I just pray that everybody stays safe. And that's about it. I mean, once the car starts, you're in like your own little, the world stops, and you're just so concentrated on everything that, I don't know, it's how I've always done it.
So how'd you get the nickname Quick Nick?
I got that from my uncle a long time ago, and then it's just kind of stuck. He used to just call me that from racing the juniors and stuff like that, and a nickname I've always had. I said, you know what, I'll start using it.
Yeah, you better live up to it and get that car going quick, man.
Yeah, right. I need to change it to Slow Nick.
Nah, you'll get that car up there.
That's the goal. I want to go fast. It costs so much money nowadays.
Yeah, do you have any sponsorship at all?
Nope.
All out of pocket, huh?
Not any. Yep. All from any money I make from my business, my excavation company, and then my dad, he pays for majority of it.
So yeah, you have a crew that you take out with you when you go racing?
Yeah, I get my dad, of course, my mom, and got this other guy, Tom Tarsia. He comes down. I mean, he's 6 hours away from me, and he'll come anytime I need him. And then I have another good friend, Ryan, and everything goes smoothly. I can really concentrate on what I need to do because they can take care of everything else.
Oh, that's good. So who's the crew chief? Your dad?
As far as what? Tuning?
You know, just the main crew chief. Who's the main worker? You or your dad?
I would say my dad. Yeah, I mean, he takes care of all that stuff and checking the valves every run and putting plugs in it, and just going over everything.
Now, do you get any do you get any advice from any of the drag race drivers?
I have in the past before. Just ask them what they would do, and usually I just do my own thing anyway.
Now, does it take a lot of preparation to get that GTO ready for weekend racing?
I tell people it is more work than my real job. It takes me about 2 days to get everything 100%, and I don't do half the stuff that most of these people do as far as ripping the motors down every single race and going through every little thing. It's just it's a lot of work by yourself.
So what kind of preparation you got to do?
Most of the time after a race, like, I'll pull the bearings out, put new bearings in it, and I'll go over some stuff. The biggest thing is loading all that stuff up and making sure you have everything.
Yeah. So do you have any favorite tracks to race on, Nick?
Favorite tracks?
Yeah.
I would say out of all of them, probably Virginia Motorsports Park is my favorite. It's such a nice facility. It's very well lit up, and it's I don't know, it's just awesome. Maybe I say that because that's where I won my first legit race, and I don't know, it's a really nice place.
So what's been your most memorable race so far?
Probably the Shakedown Nationals when I won it. I mean, I took out the world record holder and the number one qualifier in the final. Simply, I just went up there doing my own thing and kind of expected to get beat. I mean, he was sleeping, and I caught him off guard, I guess.
So what'd you run on that pass?
I went 394 to 188, and I think he went 384, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as he left the starting line, I didn't see him, and then once it hit third gear, I just looked over waiting for him to come flying by, and I just turned my head back, and my wind light was on, and I was just in disbelief.
But you'll take it.
You're right.
So where do you get all your fire safety equipment from, Nick?
When I went to the PRI show in 2010, I had Taylor Motorsports pretty much give me everything, and then we have a good friend of ours, Mike Reynolds, and he owns Supercharged Motorsports, and he hooked me up with all my other stuff, like my gloves and my helmet and my 20 boots. That's pretty much where we buy all of our parts from, is Mike.
Now, if someone might be listening to the interview right now, and it could be a young person or an older person, and they're thinking about, hey, maybe I want to start drag racing, what kind of advice would you give them?
That could be a double-sided question. If you're smart, I would tell you to invest into something different. But it's the people and the adrenaline rush, I think, is what keeps me coming back.
So the adrenaline rush, that's what keeps you passionate about drag racing?
Yep, and the people that you meet, and it's just, I don't even know how to describe it.
So what do you enjoy most about being a drag racer?
I don't even know. I mean, I guess kind of being everybody knows you, and you can go pretty much anywhere, and somebody knows who you are, or knows who your dad is. I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Now, is there anything that you hate about it, being a drag racer?
Hate about it? I really don't hate it. It just, sometimes I get flustered about certain things, but the biggest thing I hate in drag racing is, the rules.
Now, if you didn't become a drag racer, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Honestly, I don't even know, because I've been born around it and grown up around it my whole life, so I don't know anything any different other than racing.
Now, Nick, if you were able to have drag race fans remember one thing about you, what would you want that one thing to be that they would remember about Nick Schroeder?
I don't even know how to answer that kind of question. I mean, the biggest thing I could say is just be yourself, and
so you would want so you would want the people to remember you as like a down to earth guy.
I guess so. I mean, just never go up to the starting line thinking that somebody's going to beat you, because it's a 50-50 chance. You just got to go for it.
So do you want the fans to remember you as a good competitor?
Yes, send it.
All right, so now, do you think you could get any better as a race car driver? And if so, how do you achieve that to get better as a race car driver?
I mean, I think I could do better. But I don't know. I mean, I think I do pretty good. I haven't wrecked nothing yet. And I think everybody I have raced, I think I've beat them on the tree, other than maybe two people. But there's definitely certain things I need to work on, especially pedaling it. But that's really hard to do. It just feels so good. And then when you lift, you're like, God, I want to go. And then you start rolling back in it. That's when you start tearing stuff up.
Yeah.
Learned that this year.
Yeah, it's always a learning experience. You learn from your mistakes.
So they say.
Now, have you hit any milestones in your racing career so far?
I mean, I would say, yeah. I mean, the first year I ever drove the thing, I had only made 34 runs in that car in a season, and I won one of the biggest races in the year. And when I got in that thing, I didn't expect I'd ever win anything. I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Now, you've had no accidents, so how about close calls? Any close calls?
Yeah, I mean, I had a converter thing. But other than that, and catching on fire, you got to just try to stay cool. And I don't know. I haven't really had any close calls, I should say, other than fire and blowing stuff up.
No, knock on wood, you'll never have any, accidents.
I hope not. I think that's my biggest fear. I don't want to crash.
Well, let me ask you some fun questions. Are you ready for some fun questions?
Oh, God. I guess.
Okay. Outside of the sport of drag racing, you have any other hobbies?
Yeah, I like going fishing and hunting.
I love fishing. What do you like fishing for?
Rockfish, flounder, tuna fishing. Pretty much anything.
You're an ocean fisherman.
Yes, I live 5 minutes from Ocean City, Maryland. So
Nice. Yeah, I don't have no oceans by me, so I gotta go freshwater fishing. Go for bass and bluegill and crappie and all that, catfish, everything. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's really fun. I mean, where we grew up, it was all farmland, so we would go fishing in the ponds, and that stuff's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, fishing is always fun. Even for me, if I don't catch anything, it's just relaxing for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quiet, it's peaceful. Nobody to bother you.
Yeah. Some people, you like fishing? Oh, hell no! I can't sit there. I can't do it. Yeah, it's very relaxing.
Yes.
All right, let me ask you this fun question, Nick. If someone were to give you, I'm going to say $800 million, and they're like, Nick, I want you to build me a brand new drag race track, where would you consider building a new track at, and what kind of features would you want to put into a brand new drag race track?
Features? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the features, and where would you want to build the track?
We have a track over here in Delaware, and I'd probably build something over here because you're really close to sea level. You always have really good mild conditions. But I would definitely do some things like Gallup Motorsports Park did, where they have like the heated and cooled concrete. I think that's awesome.
Any other features?
I mean, I don't even really know other than
like
track out in, I think it's Michigan. They have like bleachers, and then it's got like an overhang over top of it, so you're not sitting in the sun when you're watching. You're in the shade. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, if it rains too, you can stand under a shelter with the rain delay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And definitely the whole place would have to be blacktop.
Would you?
It sucks being parked in the grass.
Now, would you put any like extra activities at the track for like kids to, if they get bored or anything?
Oh, definitely. That's one of the biggest things we had back in the days at the MIR is my mom. Oh, I'm tired of dealing with you. Go to the playground. So there was always something to do. There was swings and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right, now in drag racing, do you have a greatest competitor out there?
My greatest competitor?
Yeah, do you have one?
I mean, not really. I mean, I just take them all as the same. I just go up there and do my thing.
All right, now how many trophies or plaques or anything like that have you won in your drag racing career so far?
I don't have a career. I mean, I've only ever won two things. One was a bracket race, and the other thing was the shakedown. That's it.
Now, if you're able to do time traveling, find a time travel machine and go back into time, would you do anything differently with the drag racing career?
Yeah, I definitely would.
What would you want?
I would definitely. We would probably be racing pro mod because the way they keep changing the rules, they keep screwing up the older style cars like we have that are steel roof and quarters and factory dimensions, and now you can basically have a full-blown pro mod. So, yeah, I would.
Yeah. Yeah, pro mods, that can be pretty expensive.
I mean, you're basically doing the same thing, and if not, it's probably even more hard on parts now because you're heavier and you have just as much, if not more, power.
All right, so now, Nick, if you ever have time to go on a vacation, you have a favorite vacation getaway?
I'd probably have to say Bermuda, yeah. I mean, it's super nice there. The water is beautiful, and it's really nice.
Have you ever gone fishing over there?
I don't believe I have. The last time I was there, I think I was 6 years old.
All right, so what's your favorite food to eat?
Food?
Favorite
Gotta
food?
Be steak.
Steak and potatoes?
Steak and mashed potatoes, yeah.
Homemade mashed potatoes, right?
Yep, by Mom.
Yeah. What's your favorite beverage?
My favorite beverage? Probably an orange crush.
You're an orange crush guy, huh?
Oh, yeah, love them.
Now, do you drink alcohol?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite alcoholic drink?
I just told you.
I thought you were talking about the pop orange crush.
No.
There's
Definitely orange crushes.
There's an alcoholic drink called Orange Crush?
Yes.
I never
heard of that?
No. I just know the soda.
Soda would be Coke, but an alcoholic beverage, yeah, Orange Crush.
Yeah, I know of the soda pop Orange Crush.
Yes.
That's what I thought you were talking about. That's what I thought you meant.
When you get off this interview with me, Google what an Orange Crush is.
All right, well. All right, so what's your favorite movie of all time, Nick?
Favorite movie of all time? Talladega Nights.
Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Gotta be racing, huh?
You're right. Yep.
All right, what's your favorite music?
My favorite music?
Yeah, what kind of music is your favorite music to listen to?
I mean, I listen to everything, but probably country.
No, newer country or older country?
I mean, I kind of prefer the older country, like George Strait.
Yeah.
All them. The new country is more of hip-hop.
Exactly.
So,
All right, when you were growing up as a kid, did you have a favorite cartoon to watch?
favorite cartoon? Yeah, it was probably Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, that's a good one. Roadrunner and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched all that stuff.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes.
Yep.
Those are the classics, man.
Those were the days.
So when you're at the track for a day of racing, what's your eating habits like? Do you eat very light and wait till the races are done, or do you eat regularly during the day?
Honestly, I'm so focused and occupied on certain things that I don't eat at all.
Really?
The only thing I'll do is drink water. Yeah, I might eat at night, once we're all done for the night. But yeah, I don't really eat.
Your mom don't get you to eat food while you're at the track?
No. At the end of the night.
Come on, Nick, you gotta eat a little bit here. Take it.
Yeah, she'll make hamburgers or something, but I don't really like to eat in the daytime.
All right, let me ask you this question. What's been one of your most embarrassing moments at the track?
Probably screaming at my dad for losing the championship by 3 points because he got beat on a hole shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
What year was that?
2013. I'm sure there's so many people probably laughing right now.
All right, so what would you consider to be the fondest memory of your drag racing so far?
The fondest?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be you racing. It could be a fondest memory with your dad racing, any kind of fondest drag racing memory.
Probably tuning my dad to a win on Father's Day was probably it. That was awesome.
Wow. That Father's Day that was extra special then.
Yeah.
So what year was that one?
That was 2012.
Now what track was that at?
Englishtown in New Jersey.
Beautiful. So now, if people are listening in and they want to, find out where you're going to be racing at next year, how can they find where you're going to be at?
I'm pretty much post everything that I'm doing racing-wise on either Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook.
So they just send you a friend request to quick Nick Schroeder on Facebook?
Yeah, either one, either my legit personal account or that one, yeah.
Are you going to make a racing page on Facebook too?
We have one, Schroeder Racing, but I don't really use it. I don't really think I have that many people that actually follow me to have a page like that.
Well, if people are listening, give a like to the Schroeder Racing page on Facebook.
Appreciate it.
Now, what's on for the Instagram? What's that, Schroeder Racing too, or Nick Schroeder?
No, that's mine, and it's Quick Nick 526, and pretty much everything racing is on there. I don't think you'll find a personal post on that whole thing. All has to do with racing.
Awesome. Well, now when people come in the pits, should they come and say hello to you when they see you?
Of course.
You're a pretty approachable guy, right?
Some people say yes, some people say no, but I'm pretty much outgoing. I can get along with everybody.
Even if you're busy, you'll give them time of day and at least say hi and talk for a minute or two, right?
Oh yeah.
Especially the kids, I'm sure.
Yeah, we even give them blower belts and old parts. It's neat because you got to remember I was that kid one day, and it was just always special to me when you'd go up to people and you really liked them and they'd give you a T-shirt or give you a blower belt or anything. It just it made your day, and you'll never forget it.
Yeah, memory of a lifetime.
You're right.
Now, do you get a lot of kids that you put in the seat of the car in the pit area?
Not really. I think if we've only had 2 or 3, they never really come up.
Well, if people are listening, you got to go up by Nick in the pit area and bring your kids and have them sit in his car. He'll put them in there.
You're right.
They could take pictures of the kids in the pit, in the seat of the car, and then the kid will have a memory of a lifetime right there.
Yep.
Now, do you have any hero cards or anything that you give out?
No, I'm not that popular. So.
Okay. Well, if they could get that picture blown up and bring it back and get it autographed.
There you go.
Then the kid will have your autograph for a memory too.
Yes, sir.
So what can we look forward to for 2021 from Quick Nick Schroeder?
I actually want to win another race. That's what I want to look forward to. But I think my biggest goal, I really want to go 370s. That's my goal for 2021.
Awesome. Well, Nick, I want to thank you very much for taking time to do the interview. I'm glad we finally got it done.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
And, I wish you the best year of racing for 2020 and 2021 for you. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all that good stuff, buddy.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I really appreciate it. Something I've always thought was pretty cool was seeing people get interviewed, and now I got people wanting to interview me, so it means a lot.
Yeah, people ask me sometimes, I'll message them, they're like, I'm a nobody. I'm like, I don't care. You're a drag racer. I just want to promote drag racing. I don't care. You don't have to be John Forrest or some big person. I'm not looking for no big people.
Nope, it's actually really cool.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll do another one in the future. Hopefully you'll talk to me about some big wins.
won't be sitting in my truck when it's 30 degrees in a snowstorm. So.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Well, you get back to shoveling, and thanks again, and you have a great night, buddy.
You too. I appreciate it, man.
All right, bye.